Hi everyone, welcome to Fishing Workshop. Today I'm going to show you how to tie 3 simple but effective fishing knots. So stay tuned and we'll get straight into it. One of the first things you're going to want to do is learn how to tie your hook to your line. It's simple, and one of the best ways I found to do this over the years is simply, it's called a few different things these days, but I know it's the half blood knot. You pop your line through your hook, like so. Take the tag end, this part, put it together with the main line that goes to your fishing rod, pull it a little bit taut so it goes together, the two of the lines there, and then pinch them. And I'm pinching the top of the hook, the loop, with both parts of the line, and I'm holding them fairly close together. I've got about 3 or 4 inches there of tag line. You can shorten that as you get more and more used to tying it. So then simply I take the tag line I've trapped the main line in my hand, like so, leaving my index finger and my thumb. I'm going to fold the tag end underneath the main line, and then with my thumb over the top, underneath, over the top. And I'm going to wrap it around the main line about 4 times. For thinner line, this is 26 pounds mono nylon line. For thinner line, you can go more than 4. I wouldn't do any less than 4 though. Now, the tag end, now your knot should look like this. So you've got your line through your loop on your hook, wrapped the tag end around the main line 4 times, and now the tag end is going to go back through the loop that you've created. So you've created a loop of line onto the loop of the hook, just there. The tag end goes straight through that loop. That makes another loop here. There we are. Now this, they call it the improved version of this knot, because this knot can be cinched down at this point. However, I agree that the improved version makes it that little bit more secure. So you've created another loop here. Take your tag end and put it through that loop. There it is. And then simply I'm going to take hold of both the tag end between my thumbnail and my finger and the main line, and I'm going to start to pull that taut. There we are. Before I actually cinch this knot down now, because mono line overheats, even with one small knot, it will get hot enough. If you cinch it down, it will damage the mono line. It's nylon and it will break. So moisten the knot. A little bit of saliva will do. Pull it down against your hook. I cinch it down from on top with my thumbnail. Just push towards the hook. With a good pull, and there it is. That is a simple but really effective way to tie a hook to a line. When you're finished, you can snip your tag end. I like leaving a little tag end there. You can see just there when you're hooking, especially a worm bait, over the end of the hook. That tag end there can really help to keep the worm bait up off the, from stopping it sliding down. But you can, if you wanted to, you can clip it a bit closer. There we are. Solid. So that is the half blood knot, which you can also use for other things as well. You don't have to use it just for your hook. You can tie a weight onto your line. You can tie a swivel with it. Really good, handy lot to learn, and very simple to tie. Now, the second knot I'm going to show you is the uni knot, which you'll see similarities. So we've got our main line that goes to our rod. I'm going to put the line through the hook. I'm going to move the weight out of the way to stop it making noise. So you put the main line through the loop of the hook, and I'm going to give myself here about, well, a good 8 to 10 inches there, just to make things easy. Now again, I've got it through the hook. It could be the hook, it could be a swivel, could be a weight, could be any number of things. Weight clip, So through the hook, and then I'm going to pinch the line together, pull it tight so the line goes together, and I'm going to pinch the loop of the hook and both tag end and the main line. Then I've pushed those two lines close together, you can see, so they're sitting really close together. Now you take your tag end, and if you see there, I've created a loop there, and I'm pinching that loop with the other line and the top of the hook. I'm going to push the lines together, pinch it all. The three lines there I've got. So I have the main line, the tag end, and the loop I've just created, and I've pinched them there between my finger and thumb. And then we take the tag end, and this time, instead of wrapping round just the main line, we wrap round to the top of the loop and the main line. So I take the tag end, I go under, over, under, over, under, over, under. Again, minimum of 4 times. Thinner line you can go much more, you can go 6 or 7, but I think I've got about 5 there. Now I let go of the main line, I hold on to the tag end and to the hook. That's what you've got. And then I gradually just pull the tag end, and it starts to form the knot up the line. You can see there's quite a distance between the hook and where the knot's forming. That's fine. Before it cinches too tight, I moisten the knot. I'm also going to carefully cover the hook point, and I'm going to moisten the line between the hook and the knot we've just tied. Then I'm going to let go of the tag end and just take the main line and pull. That sends the knot down to the hook. Now, before finally cinching it up, I'm just going to take the tag end, give that a pull, tighten it up, and then cinch down the knot. And there you've tied a uni knot. Really handy, really strong, very secure, and you can clip that down pretty much to as close as you want. And try not to cut your main line at the same time. We'll show you that again. So, line goes through the eye of the hook. Give yourself a good 7, 8, 9 inches of line on your tag end. Pull the line so it sits close together. Create your loop and pinch it all together. There. Tag end goes under and over, under and over, under and over, under and over. And then I let go of the main line, pull the tag end, form the knot, moisten it all the way down to the hook, take the main line, not the tag end, and cinch down the knot to the hook. There we are, and then you can take the tag end, lift off, and there you have it. That's your uni knot tied. Simple, quick, efficient, works exceptionally well, can be used in all sorts of different situations for different parts of your tackle and whatever you're using, really. Can also be doubled up to join line together, which I'll show you in another video. Now, the third one, which is a knot, but it's going to form us a loop. It's a surgeon's loop, that's what I call it. I don't know if it's got another name or if it's even the right name, to be honest. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the line in my hand. I'm going to give myself about a foot, 12 inches. Let's see. I'm going to form a loop. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose the size of loop that I'd like. There we are. So, and I want this loop to stay where it is. I don't want it to tighten up. I want it to remain as a loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie an overhand knot, or a granny knot if you like, in this country, over in the UK. So I make a loop with both lines. There we are. I take the loop I've made here originally and I come out through the hole once, out through the hole twice, out through the hole 3 times. I put my finger into the loop that I've made. And now I can hold this knot here close and pull, and it will keep the loop fairly small, or I can move the knot as I'm pulling it up a bit. That's about the size loop I want. Moisten the knot and pull. And that is a loop that will not tighten up. You can then clip the tag end. Like so, gives you a loop. The knot won't tighten up. Job's a good one. You can take a weight if you want to, or a lure, through the loop on the weight. Weight comes back through the loop. That then secures it for you. When you're done, push against the loop and you will be able to push the line back through and undo it. And there you go. There's 3 knots, guys. Your half-blood knot that is secured. They call it the improved knot, the cinch knot, or the fisherman's knot, I think some people call it. It's the improved version where you go back through, as I showed you with the tag end. The uni knot, which is used all over the place for all sorts of different things. Very good knot, very secure, and also your loop. Basic loop to tie a basic trace with. Really good. Just quickly, I'll show you one last thing that you can do with that loop. I'm going to free off some more line. So you've got the line from your rod down to your loop where your weight's going to be. We'll put the weight on. There we are. That's the weight tied. Come up the line. Give yourself some, make yourself a loop. Tie this loop as I've just shown you. Make a loop. Come up through once, twice, 3 times. Moisten the knot. Cinch it down. Now, what you have there is a loop tied above the weight. If I take my snips, which are actually nail clippers, if I cut that loop close to the knot, there, one side of the loop, that is still absolutely solid. So there, I end up with a trace tied to the main line, can come down to a hook, tie the half-blood knot around the line, through the loop, back through that loop there, like so. I'm rushing, cinch it down. There we are. That now gives you a very, very basic trace, but a trace I've used many times, many times. I fish a lot from walls and harbour walls, piers, places like that. Places it's going to be quite snaggy. I don't want to have really complicated traces. I fish down by the structure, wherever I'm at, fish like structure. Makes for a really simple, really easy trace. And at the end of the day, you're fishing, you can cut your main line. And should you want to, you'll add a swivel. To the end. like so. There we are. That then can go on a winder for your traces into your box for next time. And you can just simply use a clip and a loop on your main line to connect it. There you go. I hope this has been some help. I hope it's given you a good introduction into some basic and effective knots. I will post another video shortly in the next day or so, covering some more basic rigs for different situations. Please do subscribe. It's free. It really helped me out. You can hit the bell icon as well. That means that YouTube will let you know whenever I upload anything. And yeah, there's nothing stopping you. Get out there, get some fish caught. Take care.